Deborah is one of the most remarkable figures in the Bible, a woman whose strength, wisdom, and courage set her apart in the history of Israel. Her story is found in the book of Judges, where she's described as a prophetess, a judge, and a warrior, roles rarely filled by women in her time. So, who was Deborah, and what made her such an extraordinary leader? In the time of Deborah, Israel was a land of turmoil. The tribes of Israel had no king and were often oppressed by foreign powers due to their disunity and straying from God's teachings. Deborah emerged as a leader during this period when Israel was suffering under the oppressive rule of Jabin, a Canaanite king whose general Sisera commanded a formidable army equipped with 900 iron chariots. The Israelites were powerless against such might, but Deborah was not one to be intimidated by overwhelming odds. As a prophetess, Deborah was known for her close connection to God. She would sit under what became known as the Palm of Deborah, where Israelites would come to her for judgment and counsel. This wasn't just a physical location. It symbolized her role as a spiritual and moral leader. In a time when male judges typically held authority, Deborah's wisdom and insight earned her the respect of her people, and they looked to her for guidance in both personal and national matters. But Deborah was not just a judge and a prophet. She was also a warrior in spirit. When she received a divine message that the time had come to throw off Canaanite oppression, Deborah summoned Barak, a military commander, and gave him a startling command. Gather an army from the tribes of Naphtali and Zebulun and prepare to fight Sisera's mighty forces. Barak, however, was hesitant. He would only go to battle if Deborah would accompany him. This request underscores the respect and faith that Israel's leaders had in Deborah. Barak trusted her leadership enough to insist on her presence in the battlefield. Deborah agreed, but with a prophetic twist. She warned Barak that the glory of victory would not go to him but to a woman. Undeterred, they prepared their forces, and with Deborah's guidance and encouragement, the Israelites rallied. On the day of the battle, Deborah delivered one of the most stirring lines in the Bible. Up, for this is the day in which the Lord has given Sisera into your hand. Does not the Lord go out before you? Her words galvanized the troops, and they charged into battle. What happened next was nothing short of miraculous. As Barak's forces descended from Mount Tabor, a sudden rainstorm caused Sisera's chariots to get stuck in the mud, neutralizing the Canaanite army's main advantage. The Israelites routed Sisera's forces, and Sisera himself fled on foot, seeking refuge in the tent of a woman named Jael. But Jael, fulfilling Deborah's prophecy, killed Sisera as he slept, delivering the final blow in the defeat of the Canaanites. Deborah's prophecy had come true. Victory belonged to Israel, and the honor of Sisera's death went to a woman. After the victory, Deborah and Barak sang a song of triumph, one of the oldest recorded songs in the Bible, known as the Song of Deborah. It is a poetic account of the battle and a testament to the faith and courage that led Israel to freedom. Deborah praised God's power, the courage of the tribes who joined the fight, and Jael's decisive act against Sisera. This song is a remarkable record of Israel's deliverance and Deborah's unwavering faith. Deborah's legacy is profound. As a prophetess, she showed an extraordinary connection to God's will, providing guidance and hope to her people. As a judge, she was fair, wise, and deeply respected. And as a warrior leader, she demonstrated that true strength and bravery are not limited by gender. Deborah was a symbol of what a faithful leader could be: courageous, wise, and deeply committed to her people and her God. In a world where women rarely held power, Deborah's story is a beacon of inspiration. She defied expectations, and her actions reshaped Israel's future. Deborah remains a powerful example of faith, courage, and leadership for all generations, a reminder that strength and wisdom come in many forms. Through her life, Deborah reminds us that anyone, regardless of background or gender, can be called by God to do extraordinary things.